I'm Christine from Pack Hacker. In this video, we're taking a look at the Bellroy Tech Briefcase, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so we can keep bringing you content to help you travel smarter. Let's dive in. Bellroy uses recycled materials for this bag. We've got recycled polyester and nylon, and they're both water resistant, so it should take care of, get caught in a light shower or whatnot. This is the slate gray colorway, which features this darker gray with some lighter gray handles and accents. But you can also get it in black or navy, which have different accent colors. We've got the Bellroy logo right here, and that's about it. There's a little bit of a logo on the shoulder strap, which I'll show you in a few moments, but we don't have any big flashy designs on this one. It's rather understated, which is nice for a briefcase. And then we've got, you can see it's YKK zippers, and this is a water resistant one, so it's the AquaGuard. And then this one is just the regular YKK zippers. They function very well. And then looking around the rest of it, which you can't see right now, but here on the shoulder strap, the rest of the hardware is just unbranded, but I haven't had any issues with functionality or anything like that. While you can obviously carry it as a briefcase, we've got the shoulder strap too, and then on the back we've got a luggage pass-through in the same really nice soft webbing as the handles in case you need to slip it over some rolling luggage to go through the airport. With this being a briefcase or messenger bag, the harness system is rather simple. Obviously, like I said, we've got these carry handles, but then you do have this very nicely padded shoulder strap, which is how I mostly carried it. Like I said before, we've got the cute little Bellroy bird logo there. There we go. And you've got adjuster slides, so you can adjust this strap from about 34 to 52 inches, so I keep it short because I'm short and I like to just put it over one shoulder. But if you want to wear it crossbody, you could lengthen it up. If you're taller, you could lengthen it up. And then to put these on, we've got these like G-clips, and they go through these loops here at the top, and it's rather stiff to put them, well, putting them on is not so stiff, but taking them off is a little more stiff. You see I'm struggling there a little bit. But that's good because then they don't pop off very easily. So you just sort of clip them on and then they're there, and that's great. And then for the rest of the harness system, we've got dual density foam on the back panel here. There we go, now they're on. And that's good because it protects you from anything like protruding into your side as you're carrying this, but also this is where the laptop goes, so it's nice and protected. So how comfortable you find the Bellroy Tech Briefcase really depends more on what you're carrying than anything else. It's a rather light bag, and especially, as you can see, I'm in long sleeves. It's winter here where we're recording, and so I found I barely felt it, especially when I was putting it over a coat. I feel it more, obviously, carrying it by the carry handles, but I think that's more a testament to my lack of arm strength than anything else. Because of its understated look, it really blends in just about anywhere. You could take this, in nicer restaurants, trains, planes, automobiles, whatever, and it's gonna blend in with pretty much whatever you're doing and whatever you're wearing. Okay, maybe not doing, I guess I wouldn't take it on a hike, but you get where I'm going with this. Since this is a briefcase and not a big travel backpack, there aren't a whole lot of bells, whistles, extra pockets, whatnot going on around the outside of the bag. We've got this front section in the main compartment, and that's it. So let's get into this front compartment. It's, first of all, even though it's not an AquaGuard zipper, it's protected by this fabric flap here, and let me see if I can sort of show you. Yes, you can sort of see that rectangular piece that I'm outlining with my fingers here. I don't know if it's probably not metal, it's probably just really stiff plastic, but it really lends a nice body to this fabric welt because it keeps it standing upright instead of flopping over. And I mean, it's not sharp or anything, so it's just that you can feel that it's there. So that's that. Then we've got the zipper, which, especially because it is under this flap, it's nice that it's got this little webbing loop, just easier to grab, especially if you're wearing gloves or it's just easier to grab. But then looking inside here, we've got the light gray lining, but also this light tan lining. It looks like a lot of Bellroy products inside that I've seen, like the desk caddy and stuff. It's got a similar vibe to it. And so we've got 4 pockets here. We've got 2 wide ones and then 2 narrow ones in the middle that are good for pens, but you can see I can fit 2 pens in there, which is kind of nice. So, or if you have, you know, like a skinnier dongle or something, you could slide something in there. Also though, you can see I've got my AirPods down here. This is not very deep and it's not very wide, so it's still easy to find small gear even if they don't go in the pockets, which is nice because I use this one for my phone and my wallet, and then there weren't any other big pockets for the AirPods or anything. But I actually found that it ended up being easier not to put the AirPods in one of the wider pockets and to just let them be loose. It was just easier for me to grab. Obviously, your mileage will vary. I do want to point out that, so you can see I have sort of a thicker case on my yet mini phone because I like to have the built-in wallet there. It is sometimes, I found myself getting caught, especially with my wallet too, trying to slip things into these pockets because they don't have any sort of, you know, firmness, or they're very, very flexible. They're just floppy pockets. And just because it's so narrow, I found that you would hit things just as you put it in. So keep that in mind. And then you probably can't even see until I pull it out, but all the way to the right here, we have a key leash, which because it zips this way, you can kind of leave it hanging out, and it's great like if you have a key fob to get into work or whatnot, or you just toss it in here. But keep in mind, it will fall into this far right pocket. So since I do keep my phone there, you know, sometimes the keys can end up in the same pocket as the phone, and you could be prone to scratching, stuff like that. So just something to keep in mind. Heading into the main compartment, as I pointed out earlier, we have the AquaGuard zipper here, and it is dual-sided, which is cool, although then you can end up with this little oddness where you manage to open it up from both sides and it's just sort of flopping weirdly. I don't know why I had such a problem remembering what side I was using to open it up, but this happened to me quite a lot. Probably more my brain than anything, but just something to keep in mind, since it doesn't that's one thing, it doesn't attach to the bag at the bottom here, the zipper. So you have this flap where you can stick your fingers in and get at this little fabric gusset here. So potentially, if you had something really small, like some loose change or something, and you turn this bag upside down, they might fall out the side just because it's not all sealed up. Never had that happen, and really all of your small gear I like to keep in this front compartment, because you'll see once we get in here, there's not a whole lot of organization in the main area. So it's very unlikely, but just something to point out for, in case that bothers you. It's just a flap here, and then the zipper goes over the sides. It does extend quite far down over the sides, but it still does leave a potential opening. Anywho though, let's go and get inside here. So along the front, we've got one of these stretchy mesh pockets, and apparently I left them at my desk, but I used it a lot for my glasses. It works really nicely For the most part, I mean, I do have a taller pouch here, the air split kit standing up here, but for the most part, they say this is out of the crush zone. So you can put delicate things here, and I never had any problem with anything getting scratched or crushed or anything. So that's nice. But that's it for small organization. Otherwise, you're gonna have to sort of provide your own. You will see I've got, like I said, the air split kit. I've got another little kit here. So I've organized my gear into different pouches and kits so that I can just pull it out, and then it's nice because you can just pop it into a different sling or pull out what you need. How you feel about that depends on what kind of a person you are. Like, some people like a lot of built-in organization, and some people like to sort of choose their own adventure here. So if you're more the latter than the former, you will like this because you can choose, and maybe you have a bunch of, pouches and whatnot you already like to use, in which case, put them to use. There's plenty of room here. There is even room to stand up a water bottle in here. It's tall enough, but keep in mind there's no like sleeve, so it can tip over. So make sure you're using one that you trust not to leak, because right here along the back panel, we have your laptop compartment, and it's nicely padded. We've got the little Bellroy telling you about that they want, this to move with you and travel with you for years to come. So you've got that there. Otherwise, there's no other logos, but the back, as I said, was padded quite nicely, and the front is also well padded. So you can rest assured that your up to 16-inch device is very, well secured and protected here, but obviously that will depend on what else you're shoving in here. I'm gonna take these out real quick just to show you. There's a lot of space down here, and because of the way the zipper goes, you can open it really wide and get into it nicely, which is really awesome for being able to find things. Just there's no other extra organization. So there you have it, the Bellroy Tech Briefcase. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next one.